trying that time.
Alrighty. Let's try this again.
I'm Andrew Murphy. Oh, too early?
No, it's okay. I'll just splice them together. Alright. Let's make sure we pop up.
I like your
There we are.
on the live chat.
Wow,
It's
there's
like,
no thumbnail. Alright, great.
no, there was.
Was there?
Well, I mean, when mine, yeah.
Edward D says the brainstorm destroyed the internet connection. You're right. It's going to take a high level thinking to shut things down.
Alright, there we go. Yep, no, we're there. Okay, cool. Cool beans.
It's all fucked to pieces, blame Jaime.
Yeah, hi.
Exactly,
Mate.
Fuego.
Damn
Jesus. Alright, so,
Tony Robinson says
what I was
GA
saying
says-
before I was rudely interrupted by a bad stream is I'm trying to think outside the box with some of our episodes. So one of the ones I thought of was Smash or Pass, where we could just sort of have a little fun and do a Smash or Pass of all of the bad horror characters that we encounter in our love of the film genre, and just have some fun with it.
Yeah.
So that's one. We could also do a Smash or Pass of the Scream Queens, you know, go through some of the Scream Queens and do Smash or Pass, but that's a little possibly chauvinistic.
I mean, not if we're talking about having sex with dudes too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd have to do that too,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's cool.
So that's what I'm saying. We mix and match.
17.
We're all progressive, it's cool.
Looks like Lou's all about it.
We're
Not if we're
progressive.
talking about guys, right?
We're progressive, that's all. That's all. We're ahead of the times.
Smash or Pass Amber Rose.
Oh.
That's a tough one.
Anyway.
Alright, so Smash or Pass was one. Obviously, our Get to Know the Horror shows is another. Our Great Horror Debates is a good one. And we need to do those more. But I was just, you know, there's always the top 10 episodes or the top 5 episodes we can do, you know, our top 5 favorite this or that, or top 10 instances of this or that.
We talked about how maybe just a little bit of a change with the Tuesday trailer reactions, making it kind of a segment piece or something like that.
Yeah, actually, that's one of the things. Again, I'm going to be releasing a vlog on Tuesday all about our schedule and the amount of trailer reactions we've been releasing recently. So I'm going to address some of that. But yeah, basically the long and short of it is we need to start paring down on the amount of trailer reactions we do, because it's just too much to keep up with.
Yeah.
Too many of our episodes are dominated by trailer reactions. Ideally, I want one trailer reaction a day and one non-trailer reaction every day.
What's
That's-
a non-trailer reaction?
Could
Oh,
be a
just
review,
just
could
review,
be news. Like Monday's a review. Tuesday I want to be another gaming Let's Play because we're doing so much gaming.
Mm-hmm.
Wednesday I want to be something different. Maybe a panel from Phoenix Comic Con.
Yeah.
Thursday I would like to be maybe a celebrity interview or a professional interview. Friday's the news. Saturday's a Let's Play, and Sunday is the live stream.
Someone said we should do horror show trivia.
Okay, horror show trivia is good. I'm going to write that down.
You were doing
So now, what does that mean, though? Do you want us to ask
as a
questions
game.
amongst each other as a game, or do you want us to do horror trivia that we ask you guys, and then we get you guys involved and have you, whoever's the first to answer, you know, is the one that
Doesn't get the play.
like get a point. You know, maybe we track who
Yeah.
gets points throughout the thing, and then at the end we give away a T-shirt or
We could,
something
yeah,
like that.
well, we could do it like the Cards Against Humanity or whatever, and kind of give them a spot in the game, and then.
Yeah, the thing is, we'd have to show up. One of us would have to be willing to do the work ahead of time and compile the trivia questions. Yeah.
Very true.
Someone said rundown of the new horror-themed comics that week.
You were doing something like that.
I don't do it weekly, but I have been doing a comics, something associated with the comics on New Comics Wednesday. I've been trying to put out. So I have an Arthur Sweetum interview I want to do soon. I've got an interview with the man behind the Blood and Dust comic that we were supposed to review today. I don't know if we're going to actually be able to do that now. But yeah, there's a lot of comics themed content that we can do.
Yeah.
I've got a whole list of ones that I can talk about. It's just doing them solo is never as good as doing them with someone else. So.
That's understandable.
So yeah, doing stuff like that would be good. I would just utilize that on Comics Wednesday. But what are some other things we can do?
Quick shout out to Scuba Steve Films. Hi, thanks for tuning in.
Thank you, sir.
I was kind of thinking like a retrospect.
Retrospect. What does that mean?
Like it's like talking about something like a classic, but not really like your.
So retro-spec.
Yeah, kind of like you talk about Suspire, talk about Inferno, like find like a gem
like a
in the
review,
past.
or just a deep dive
like
into the production and everything.
Just a whole review, not just story, but like talk about the time period it came out.
The story behind the feature.
Yeah,
and stuff
I don't
like
know. I'm just a fan of like old 70s
retrospect.
horror.
Okay, we can do that. So
The mustache gave it away.
deep dive into an old film of some kind.
Yeah, like you ever see Driller Killer?
No.
Will said horror fashion show with Von
The
Slaughter.
Burning.
I need her
You see
advice on
Burning?
bongs.
We haven't done a morbid makeover in a while.
I know. I should do one.
You should.
What's more
You
of a
should.
makeover?
Should do one.
Yeah, you should do
Should
it.
find out.
Yeah, do you want to make him your subject?
Like, what do you do?
Even though you haven't
Do
done a
you?
male one yet.
This is true. Because most of you know, I do outside of selling luxury skincare that women drop 20 grand on their face and makes them throw up. I do hair and makeup, and I do everything from natural makeup all the way to like special effects. And so, for a little bit, I was doing morbid makeovers where I would take like a simple look or like a more glam look, but put a horror spin on it.
Yeah, it was horror
So it was
glam makeup.
yeah, horror glam.
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I like makeup.
Oh, talking about Dune, guys.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. So we could do one if we wanted to the male side of things.
We could.
But okay, so
Write it
that's
down.
something to think
You
about,
just write it
doing a
down.
new morbid makeover. Yep, I did write down morbid makeover. Wow, we have a lot of comments already, huh?
Yeah,
gotta
keep
get in.
going.
All right, Andrew, who else is chiming in?
Sandra Wheelbrenner's in here. She just said films of the 70s, so kind of hits on the retro aspect where you could do maybe like a marathon or whatever of watch-alongs kind of a deal.
Ooh, watch.
I'm trying to decide how to
write
do
that
that
down.
now.
Write down
Watch-alongs.
watch-alongs. I like
No,
that.
Copyright.
No, there's we can come up with something probably a little better, but that's not bad. Well, the horror theme something. Because here's the thing. I'm actually joining the Horror Addicts on July 24th to do a live commentary of the movie called Blood Diner, which is in 70s or in 80s, like aggressively gory horror movie that I just never got my hands on and never saw throughout my whole life, but it's one of their favorites. And we're going to watch it live and do a live commentary. So I intend to find out how they do that and possibly implement a similar sort of thing here on the horror show without trying to copy them entirely. We'll do our own spin on it. But it's largely just a commentary. But something I wanted to address, Will asked, why do you take so much time setting up the audio when it's only you who hear the separate channels? Because all of these live streams, you guys, are released as podcasts, either the same day or the next week. So this live stream will be next week's podcast going up on the iTunes. So that's why I record it on here and make sure it all sounds good here. It actually sounds way better on the podcast than it does in the live stream. So if you want to hear it better, make sure you're subscribed to the Horror Show podcast on iTunes, you guys. Or it's on Stitcher as well. We're not on SoundCloud yet, but we need to get on there.
Yeah.
Andrew, what else is up? Or Susie, do you see any other?
Will said cooking with Cecil, where he just gets plastered and makes us food and then eats it. Funny, you should say that, Will, because if you paid attention to any of our episodes, I actually did a cooking segment.
That was like 3 years ago.
I don't give a fuck.
She's like, I did it.
We need to do another one. No, we did.
It was pretty
We didn't.
great.
It was just it was horror cooking with Von. No, it was shit. What did we call that?
It was
I
our
don't
show,
know.
we don't even
Was
know.
it like?
They need to go back
We
in the
called it a
archives.
long time ago.
Everybody,
Yeah, no, but it
everybody
was.
watching this, go watch
I
our
think it
old
was like
stuff,
2
too.
kids ago.
It was. Yeah, it was. It really was. It was basically where we had Susie make 3 different horror-themed foods that
It was
you
like
could
an
make.
appetizer, a main course, and a dessert,
And
and
a
a drink.
dessert. And a drink.
And a drink.
Right, yeah, no, so it was a 4-course thing that we did. And so I know one of them was like the mummy calzone.
Yeah, mummy calzone.
And then we did the eyeball shots or something like that.
No, it's the brain.
Oh, the brain shots, that's
and then
right.
it was, and the appetizer were the finger or the toe.
Yeah, that's right. It was the
finger,
toe, the toe, they were pigs in a blanket,
Yeah,
but they
the
were
little-
toes.
Yeah, you put little almonds in. Yeah.
And they made it look like toes, yeah. We did that. We
It's
did a
amazing. You guys
horror-
need to go back and watch it.
That's
I
pretty
can't even
clever.
tell you how
It's
many
old
times.
school. It was one of the
Comments are
first
lit
ideas
right
they come
now.
up with. We need to bring that back. Yeah. So
Yeah.
essentially, now that Susie's here, we're gonna revive all of Susie's episodes. That's the
Sorry,
way this
guys.
is fucking working right now. Okay,
It said,
so
It says
Look,
the great,
Scottsdale needs their skincare, okay? I'm sorry. I
yeah.
can't.
Okay.
the great film Blood Diner was Sandra's idea. That's kind of cool. A 4-corpse meal is pretty funny. I like that. It's like-
4-corpse meal.
Meal.
Fuck.
Genius.
Why didn't I say that?
Oh,
God damn
genius.
it.
Who said that?
Who said that?
was Rubber Soul, because Rubber Soul's
Yeah,
name.
that's
Rubber
a
Soul's
good
smart,
one.
man.
Wait,
Fuck.
Will?
He
Will-
also said leg care with Cecil.
What did he say?
What?
Leg care with Cecil.
Leg care?
Yeah.
Like,
Why does everyone love my legs
They
on the
love
street?
you.
why does
Yeah.
everyone love my legs as I put them up?
Why does everyone love these bad,
I like.
these sticks of amazingness
I
right
like-
here?
I love Will's idea, dating with Andrew.
Yeah.
Dating.
Yes, look, we should have a dating advice.
A
like,
dating game?
from Andrew.
Alright, I'm down for a horror dating game with Andrew.
God.
Andrew, would you be down to be the bachelor in a horror dating game?
Funny.
I'm
He said
so-
whatever, that's a yes.
I have so many.
Oh my God, you know, that would be a
I'm
really
so
good
excited
idea.
for
You have girl. I hope you have a bunch of girls that would just want to take his innocent boyness, because
Yeah,
Innocent.
yeah.
I'm not saying he looks so innocent.
I guess I look innocent.
No, it means that you're gonna look like 30 when you're fucking 67.
Yeah,
You son of a bitch.
vampire.
Yeah, that's
Cool,
cool.
man.
Exactly.
That's good.
Win
for
a
you.
date with table cat.
Buying
I'm gonna
condoms.
date with Table Cat. Horror dating with
We'll
Mercer.
get out of
I'm gonna
it.
put down.
A game
No,
show, like, a
it's
dating
all-
game show
it's
would be
all
really
on
kind of
one.
funny.
No, I like
It
that.
would. It
If you
would.
did like, what was that old one? You know, you get the 3 contestants and they ask the question.
The
dating
dating
game?
game. What was that dating
What's that
game on
dating game
TV?
from back in the
Oh,
day?
God.
It was hosted by that Chuck Wool or something. All right, so let's just shout out everyone else that's here. Yeah, you said Edward D. You said Rubber Soul.
Tony Robinson.
Shannon is here. Tony Robinson is here. We've got Ms. Bond. What's up? We've got
Plain
Down the
Where's
Plot Hole.
Jaime?
Zachary Haith. Plain Where's Jaime. Scuba Steve Films. I know you said.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ms. Bond.
Down the plot hole.
Susie looks amazing. Tony Robinson says.
Thanks.
She does. I don't know, Susie. What's up with the '60s headband thing you've been
Yeah.
rocking for the past like 3
Very
weeks?
stay
You know what's
alive.
funny is this is the first day that I've worn it since like the last time I saw you.
Well, you.
But it's- you know
in
what it
like
is.
all of your pictures now.
Yeah.
Well, if you pay
By the way,
attention-
Susie's Instagram, if you follow her, is like just different pictures of Susie at work going,
This is-
"Hey, come see me."
Yeah, because that's how bored I am, and I need to be put back to reality.
The
Like I
name
said,
is
when these
Instagrams.
when these older
Reversal
ladies
on fire.
drop 15,
Reversal on
20
fire.
grand
The
on
newly dead
skincare.
I want to stay young and youthful.
The
Yeah.
newly dead game. That's
Really
good.
That's a good one.
That's fucking good. Rubber Soul.
Damn,
He's
man,
all about
you
it.
guys are coming with some great
I'm telling you,
ones.
if we ever get funding for this shit, I'm gonna bring Rubber Soul out. Ms. Bond, I think, would be probably the most dedicated PA / like associate producer that we could possibly ask for.
Yeah, just know, guys, we genuinely, I mean, we wouldn't be here
Without you guys, absolutely,
And
we
we
value
genuinely,
you all.
yes, we genuinely value you all, and we see who, you know, is really a part of it. So any of those people, you know, that help out,
Okay,
leave them alone.
someone said something that made me want. It's not a bad idea. Let's lean into your name. They said a segment called Slaughter Time with Susie. What would that be? Do you want to do like a top 5 slaughters of
We'll write it
different
down.
types of movies? I know. Well, that's what I'm at. Okay, Slaughter Time.
Yeah,
with
just
Susie.
write that down so we have it down.
Well, but what would it be? As fucking Susie, what would Slaughter Time with Susie be?
I don't know. We could. I mean,
Use
if
that brain, bitch. Use that
Hey.
British brain.
Look, my ass is big and it just sucks it all down. Okay. I I don't know. It
What
could
would
be,
slaughter
like,
time
you
with
know,
Susie be, y'all?
It could be like, you know, with the cooking segment and the makeup. Maybe it could be like an umbrella of those
Like a
segments.
little corner.
Like you have to do the makeup while everything's cooking.
Well,
No.
I'm still a firm believer that you need to have a sub channel on our overall
Well, I know,
network.
'cause we
but,
have talked
but
about
for
that.
the time being, let's
I know,
let's
but
focus
that's-
on this.
But what I'm saying is that she should slaughter the latest news stories of the week. No, we already have.
We have news.
We have news,
We
sir.
have news. How dare you?
You can't
How
have slaughter.
fucking dare you?
You can't
Will.
have slaughter without laughter.
Will, you're
Well,
fucking
no.
fired.
Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So we can start out because
You
I
can't
don't
have
think
slaughter
I
without
don't-
laughter. That's
so-
actually true.
you've never heard
You
that.
never heard that?
No.
It was in Dark Knight.
Or no, you can't
had
spell.
that. You can't-
Well, yeah, you can't spell. You can't spell manslaughter without laughter.
Oh, I did not realize
It's on a
that.
fucking
It's spray
T-shirt.
painted on the truck.
Well,
and
I don't
stuff.
fucking have that T-shirt. God damn it.
Okay, so
Okay, so we can't use
she
it.
could
then. Fuck
review
you.
all the horror-related stuff she hates. Okay, so this
Oh,
is so what.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, let's lean into her hatred. Way to go, Reanimator. Reanimator. Yeah, because fucking we all know how hard she is to please.
Oh, I'm so glad you guys recognize
At
So
least
anyway-
Susie tackles Terrible Trailer Tuesday. Like,
that.
just throw her all the worst ones. Fuck you! Click. It'd be like 3 seconds in. Like, how long can Susie last? We like put a timer out. We like click,
Oh, fuck
click.
this.
Nope. Fuck you. Click.
Go fuck yourself. No,
I
okay,
actually
so what
want to
I was
write
saying,
that down.
so obviously I don't think we'd be doing a cooking segment every week and a morbid makeover every week. So that's what I was saying. The slaughter time could be an overall segment with me, but it's different each time.
A horror show within the horror show.
Yeah, I
A
guess.
horror variety show within
Yeah.
the variety show.
People are saying Susie can roast people in slaughter time.
Ooh, that's
I think
a good
that
one.
would be absolutely
Like you get
hilarious.
someone on.
That's a
you
good
get someone
idea.
that she just like
Do it
rips into
daily.
No, no, no. Let's give her a different character from a horror movie to roast.
I'm all
It's a
about this.
possibility. We could
Because so
write it
that
down.
means
Write it down.
no, fuck it. We give you a
Yeah,
horror movie,
fuck it.
and you roast all the characters. You roast all the characters that
Every
deserve
movie
roasting.
is a-
I am so down.
But it would be like we'd have to do it bi-monthly, so that way it would give you time. You'd have 2 weeks to watch a movie, but you'd have to write down your shit.
I am on board 10,000%. That's what Rubber Soul said.
Okay, so I think that's a good idea.
That's
Actually,
good.
let's feed. But Susie.
Mystery Slaughter Theater. Holy
Oh, okay,
shit.
that's good too. Okay.
In. You are my new best friend. That is fucking.
Damn, man, you guys are coming up with some good shit.
No, this
Mystery-
is
well,
good.
that's the whole point of the
Smart
fucking
people that
brainstorming
watch this
podcast,
Oh,
motherfucker.
man.
And guess what? Who brainstormed the brainstorming podcast? This motherfucker
guy
right here and this
Oh,
motherfucker right here.
God.
Okay, so Mystery Slaughter Theater is
Mystery
definitely a
Slaughter
good one. But what was I saying right before that?
Roasting.
Ah,
Roasting.
Yeah.
And then at the
okay.
end of it, she can throw a copy of it on a fire, like roasting. Like
God.
How about just fucking Susie Sizzles?
Susie Sizzles.
Just start writing
So
all
that's
of
the
this down.
Susie roast.
Write all of this down.
Susie or Sizzles. So Susie Sizzles will be the roasting segment. And we'll do that as often as you can. I mean, again, dude, like it's just all we're limited to is the amount of time you're willing to put towards it.
It's kid
I understand.
that. Anyway, so
Real life
after
related. Real
August,
life related.
yes, after August,
You'll be able to.
it should be better.
Alright.
Just
Just write
Okay,
that
so
down.
so what do you think roasting a horror movie is a good like? Do you want to roast the movie or roast the people in the movie? Like, what do you want to?
should we do like I don't think we could do the whole movie.
No, I don't think. I think let's roast the characters because that'll avoid some copyright shit.
So you can do like quick, kind of.
Susie Sizzle's roasting the worst horror.
Yeah,
You're
characters.
gonna have to watch a lot of shit.
You're gonna have to
I
watch
know.
some bad movies.
Like, you're gonna
Okay,
sit through
look.
some shit.
Are you
Right
willing
now-
to do that?
Okay, let me tell you. Right now, I got a lot of time.
But are you
Set
willing
and
to
shoot.
devote the time to bad movies, or do you want to roast the characters in good horror movies that you
What I
haven't
can
seen?
do, I'll watch the movies and I'll take notes of like.
Because
you know,
an
specific-
hour and a half long bad movie is tough to do
It
over
is.
and over and over again. So consider that when you're doing it.
It's like
I do it for you.
All right.
do it
if you
for
think
you guys.
can, it's fine.
Yeah.
But we can't
But-
have quality dips. Like I'm gonna be all over you like white on rice, like I am on everything else on this
I
channel.
already am whiter than rice.
Yeah.
See, so it should be a home run for you. No, I think you can
Oh
let's
my-
lean into it. Okay.
I know, I'm totally in. Breaking Hymen's with Jaime. Jaime introduces you to the horror entertainment not well known.
Okay, that's not bad.
That's really fun. Breaking diamonds with Jaime.
That's actually pretty good. Who
That's
said
fun.
that?
You-
Give credit.
Edward D.
Edward D, okay.
Oh my god, you guys are fucking brilliant.
Breaking hymens with Jaime. Okay.
That's
Where's
really
fucking
good.
Fuego for this? God damn it. Okay,
Hey, that's
so
a game
so
too,
Fuego
someone suggested.
Fuego introduces what? Fuego what?
No, that was another game. Where's Fuego?
No, but Breaking Hymens with Jaime was Fuego does what?
Hold on.
What did you say he does? He
Jaime introduces you to horror entertainment
Yeah.
not well known.
introduces
So
you.
that's
Okay.
hence the breaking hymens.
Like
This is-
busting
No, I just couldn't remember the exact
Yeah.
wording.
busting
Horror
cherries.
entertainment not well known.
Roast all the
Horror-
shitty movie Jaime loves.
Nice.
You could do
Oh.
a film commentary instead. Roast the films as you're watching it
Yeah.
and upload the audio as
Somebody
a commentary
said
track.
could do an
Like a
MP3
mystery
recorded
slaughter
by the horror
theater.
show to play over bad movies at home, like riff tracks. I think. is what
Kinda.
Okay, I'm very tempted to do something right now that would be so much of a rip-off of another channel, but it would work so well. Where if we did something like Susie's Never Seen, where we feed you a horror movie you've never seen and you just give your fucking honest review immediately afterwards.
I'm all about this.
Debut it.
But it's such a direct rip-off of Tamara's Never Seen from Channel Awesome. Let me think of a way around that.
But I'm pretty sure they don't drop as many F-bombs as I do.
No, she doesn't at all, and she's obsessed with her
Wait,
cat,
are you
and she's
allowed
a singer
to-
and
are
stuff.
You allowed to drop F-bombs?
Okay, I'm gonna write down Susie's Never Seen, but I want to think. I
Come
don't
on.
want to rip them off.
Clean it
I
up.
don't want to rip
Roo.
them off.
Clean it up.
Let's see.
So we'll figure it out. We'll figure out a way to do it because that's a great way to fucking do it. So.
Just roast all of A24.
No, dude, that's fucked up.
I hate
I think a debate between you two would be fucking.
I
good.
hate Tamara anyway, or Tamara, whatever.
Tamara.
Anyways.
Oh,
her,
someone's on board. Someone
except-
says fuck Tamara. Let's
except her
get
big
Susie in there.
titties. Susie would beat her ass. Yes!
Susie would beat Tamara's ass.
Have you
but
seen
but I
my
love
eyebrows?
Tamara though.
I
I
know
love
Tamara.
Look what
Tamara.
you did, Will. Look what you did. I told you to stop.
That's so.
That's
funny.
why he said never. That's why you said never.
That was the first
Calm
thing I
down.
thought of Cecil. So everyone knows Tamara's Never Seen. But fucking Susie's Never Seen would be so good. You guys gotta admit, Susie's Never Seen would be so good, and it's even more alliterative than Tamara's Never Seen. So I don't know. Let's think about it. Let's figure out a way to work this out. Let's
Come on, brainstorm
let's
for
figure
us.
this out. Let's work together on this. All right. So Tamara is hot. Tony Robinson says, "Fucking Tamara's well known. She gets like
Who's Tamara?
500,000
No,
views
I'm
on
sorry,
her.
I don't know.
She's a sidekick of the Nostalgia Critic. Like, she guests on a lot of his reviews that also get like 500,000 viewers. She actually gets closer to 50,000. But she makes a fucking living out of it.
No.
And she's a singer, and she just reviews. She just completed her first year where she watched a whole bunch of movies she's just never seen, like Labyrinth, fucking Judge Dredd, and then Dredd, like just
How
all
old
these.
is she?
She's like in her mid-20s, something like that. But she just never watched all these older movies that people are constantly referencing. And she's like, I'm going to start watching these, and I'll review one a week. And it would be fucking great to do with you with the horror movies that you haven't seen. So we just need to figure out a way.
I mean, if you just keep it horror themed.
I think.
It sounds like she just
what about
looks like-
Susie Slaughter's? Like, we might have to do one where I write it for you, where we do like Susie Slaughter's, where it's like the top 5 kills of this kind, the top 5 axe kills, top 5 hatchet kills, top 5 knife
Not
kills.
to pee on your parade, but
PP.
Someone does that already?
Lord kind of does that.
God damn it.
Well, what about watching the whole movie, okay, and then just basically making a highlight of when she goes off, because it happens every once
That's
in a
true.
while.
Like,
You
you
do
Every
it
once in a
up.
while.
Well, you do enjoy some parts of the movie, like the blood and the guts. A lot of
Yeah.
times
You
you'll
can
just
just
go,
say
yes,
Susie
yes.
Von Slaughters. I mean, Susie Von Slaughters is a fucking subtitle too.
It's a franchise.
I love the
Saturdays
ads,
with
by the way.
Susie,
I do.
Saturdays with Susie Von Slaughters. You know, like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of Sundays too.
Sundays with Susie.
No, because Sundays is the live stream, Saturdays is the Let's Play. We'll figure it out. There's a lot to do though. Okay, so what else? What do we got?
Horror pranks. I'm
Oh, dude,
all
that could
about
be,
this.
That could be fucked up. Can go too far.
The reviews often come down to them explaining the plot. Yeah, I agree. That's the problem that I have a lot with a lot of
Susie should
YouTube
twerk
reviews.
during Susie Never Seen. I don't want to create an earthquake.
Jeez. If Susie twerked, the internet would explode.
Yeah, probably.
Can you twerk,
Because
though?
it wouldn't have any
Oh, do you
choice.
know how to?
That's
The
not
twerk wave, the twerk waves would find their way onto
it's
the
like
iPad.
the echo.
Yeah.
You know what is it? The echolocation thing. It just like.
Let's just
and
say
dolphins
Susie
just
can
show
make
up.
that booty clap. Just make that booty clap. All right, so what else, Lou? What do you think would be a good type
Yeah,
of
I don't know.
episode?
You guys, there's a lot of. It seems like a lot of little games going on.
Games are fun
Games
though.
are
Let's
fun.
think
Yeah,
about that.
That's what
I
I'm trying
mean,
to think. I'm not much of a
that's
game.
why for a while we did some improv games, horror improv games, like where we all basically acted out a typical horror scenario.
That
and
would be fun.
we just
That's
assumed
cool.
a character. We didn't.
You could do like
were
a,
part of that, I think, right?
like a horror themed.
Remember, we were in a car, like a car
charades?
that broke down, and
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, no, that
we had a
was
lot of
when-
fun with that.
I know. I miss doing our the shorts.
But we need to get back to doing
What
some
you
horror.
should really do.
Did you guys ever? Okay, so let's ask the audience directly. Did you guys ever watch? Well, we didn't do. That was before we started doing this. But some of our podcasts, we did a few horror improv games where we basically did a horror scenario and we all just assumed a character and just fucking played it out. You know, like what would happen if we were all in a car that broke down at on the side of the freeway and there's fucking nothing but creepiness around you. And we had some fun with that. Should we get back to doing some of that?
like a horror charades. Kind of guess.
It's not charades. It's literally improv. Where
Yeah.
we're telling a story, but you're coming up with your own like.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
Go back and listen to those podcasts. It was just over 100, maybe in the 110s, but there was some really
That's
really
very
funny
interesting.
ones. Because we were like, I played an old man at one point, and like we just jump on with different characters, and at one point Dave actually created a horror D&D type game that we wanted to try and spend more time. It was more complicated because we had just watched Harmon Quest, but I've gotten a lot more familiar with that stuff, so I think there's an easier, less complicated way to do it.
Somebody said horror tabletop games. That's something that we
horror tabletop games. Well, we tried to do a horror version. Yeah, we've got our Walking Dead Jenga that Brittany Lee has been wanting to play and Marshall wants to play.
I want to play it.
We've also got this serial killer card game over here that we got in the here, I'll pass it around. We got it in our last unboxing that we did on the channel.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, here, let me show you.
Support serial killers.
We should do more unboxing shit.
Well, we're kind of limited to whoever wants to send us shit.
Send us your shit.
I reached out to a few before we had reached 10,000 and they didn't do it, but this is so this is Unique Card Games.
Can Rainbow have a show of her own? No, that would be way too high.
This is the Notorious Serial Killer card game.
Yay!
So there you go, take a look.
Alright.
All the serial killers have like stats and stuff. It's like Magic or Pokemon, but with serial killers.
Oh my god. Why haven't we played this?
Because I haven't wanted to learn the rules.
Hey, I heard D said we should play it Friday the 13th until we're good. Should I take that and try and get good?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't want to take a game that you want to play.
No, go ahead.
Alright, that might happen.
I don't want to take the time to do that, but
I'm
it's going to cost you $40 to do it.
Oh, brutal.
You got to buy the game. What, are you going to take my game, my system?
You don't have the game? Oh, you downloaded it.
You can come here and play it.
You downloaded it?
Yeah, it's download only.
Jesus.
There is no
disc?
No.
Oh, it's download only?
No, it's download only, bro.
Chase.
Otherwise I would have given it to you a long time
Yeah, I
ago.
want a disc. What the
Oh,
hell?
look
No.
at you boys, it's so adorable. Chase Smith says, I personally would like something showcasing new horror fiction that isn't mainstream. It's hard finding anything new
Okay.
and or interesting to read.
New horror fiction.
Comic or book or...
See, the closest I can get to that is our horror comics reviews, because we all, frankly, with the amount of time that we spend on our day jobs and our other life responsibilities, and me, frankly, on the fucking channel, no offense, guys, but if we're getting 3 episodes a day for the last 3 weeks, that's because of me doing all the editing. So it's tough, and the most I can squeeze out of it is horror comics. I don't have time to read full-on novels and stuff like that. I just don't have time to do it. Until we're getting paid to do this, I just can't commit to doing anything like
Send
that.
us your money.
Yeah. So, yeah.
See
if
that
you guys,
little
if you guys want to support
dollar
us,
sign next to the little check?
there you go, super chat. You can contribute. No, but Fuego and I intend to review the Meg book once he's done finishing the Dark Tower books once again, and then he's going to go into Joe Hill, and we can review some of those books. So we'll try and get into it more and more, but it's really hard to take time to actually do the book sort of reviews. So
Okay.
that's the response on that.
Spooky location, kind of a exploration.
We actually have a second ghost hunt that we did 2 years ago at this point that we just
You guys
haven't
actually
finished
did a ghost
editing.
hunt?
We've done 2.
2 ghost
The
hunts?
first one that we did is on the channel that Marcia and I did at the old Buckeye Jail. It's a half hour, and we did fucking EVPs and stuff. And when I went back and replayed it for our episode, I could hear what we couldn't understand, and so I slow it down, and you can hear the people saying weird shit because we're in the old Buckeye Jail. Dude, watch that episode. It was a really good episode, you guys. If you haven't seen our old Buckeye Jail ghost hunt, watch it. It's as good, in my humble opinion. It's as good as a lot of the maybe not so great episodes of the Ghost Hunter shows and stuff because it was our first time.
Yeah.
And at the very end, I locked Marcia in the cell that's for the what do you call it, solitary confinement cell. The last thing you hear is Marcia going, "No, no!" and the door's slamming. It was fucking great. No, that was an awesome episode. But I even put up what we were hearing, so you can see the dialogue of the ghosts on the EVP machine and stuff.
Was it creepy?
It was really creepy. Yeah, it was good. It was honestly, it was more creepy after having edited it because I could hear, like he was like at one point it said something, and we were like, "What is it? It's something like sandwiches." But no, afterwards it was like casketes or something, like it was something like
casket sandwiches.
No, I'm sandwiches. I'm just saying it's been 2 years since I've watched that episode too, but I'm saying it sounded that benign on the time of, but afterwards when I edited it together, it was way more sinister. What was actually being said.
Somebody said Amazon wish list so they can help with getting free stuff.
Sending free stuff?
Yeah, I
Why
guess
do we do
that's.
that?
I mean, well, that's just equipment and stuff. Like Amazon wish list. I know there's
You can
not
get
much
anything
equipment.
on
We're
Amazon.
good on
You
it.
can buy people on Amazon.
I don't know how
Yeah.
to work that to
I think that's
our
in the
favor
Amazon.
because we have
Well,
most
write
of the
that down
equipment
anyway.
we need.
Just write Amazon.
Yeah, okay, Amazon wish list. All right. I'll
If someone's bringing it up,
I
and you
thought
want
it
to
was
yeah,
talk
sure.
That was
Okay,
just for fangirls.
you would know. So Zachary
Oh,
Haight
wow.
said, bring back the debates already.
Yeah, people love the debates.
Everybody does the debates, but they're always the same questions.
No, they're not. They've been
feel
different
like
questions every
that's
time,
just
motherfucker.
Kind of what I feel like.
You
But
son of a
circles
bitch.
again. Everybody's
Fuck
circles.
you.
What, debates?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Our
my
great word
personal
debates.
opinion.
We've done 2 on
And
the
that's
channel.
why this is the first time it's ever been.
And one of them was a year ago. I actually had a couple people ask at Phoenix Comic Con this year, "Are you guys doing any debates this time?" And I was like, "No," but they liked it. They liked it last
People
year.
love watching other people fight in arguments.
Well, not only
It's
that, but no,
America.
we the first like 20 minutes were our debate, and then for the last 40 minutes we brought audience members up 3 at a time to debate each other,
Okay.
and then
But
the
they were
winner
all about it.
of each of those first 3 debates came up and debated each other in the grand tournament.
So it's just like...
Yeah,
and
exactly.
even after we had given away the prizes, people still wanted to fucking argue.
Yeah,
with
they
each
were
other.
like, we
They're
still,
"Can
we
we
were
do
like, we
more?"
still had like 8 minutes, and they're like, "You guys want to do more?" And they were like, "Yeah." And so they fucking
That's
came
cool.
up and did a few bonus debates for no prizes and stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so really quick, just to touch base back with the horror, the fiction stuff. Chase Smith said, "Yeah, I understand the many things you do, which is why I would hope it would be someone else and just whatever they're interested in." So he's
As far as what?
the fiction, the horror fiction, and
Well,
doing a
okay,
segment.
well that's fair. And who said that?
Chase Smith.
Chase Smith. So, to that end, Chase, what I've actually broached the idea of with a couple of our viewers, namely Ms. Bond and Rubber Soul, I'm actually going to have them sort of do some fan contributions. Ms. Bond actually just today sent me her first fan review of a video game, which I'm not going to give away until I actually release the review, but she's going to conduct the review largely. I'm just going to throw it to her sort of as the first review, and then I'm going to chime in with my thoughts at the end of it. But I would like to start doing more of that, where we have fans that are regular contributors to the channel be able to just film themselves on their phone and send it to me.
Send it to you.
And I can throw on our intro and outro and just, say, here's a fan review of this this horror novel. And
This
stuff.
week's fan review.
Yeah, this week's fan review.
Chase
I mean, why the
he's
hell
also
not?
the same one who suggested the Amazon wish list.
Yeah, so Chase, Chase, since you're the one that's been the big suggester of that, let's have you do your first fan review of a horror novel if you want. Reach out to me at thehorrorshow666@yahoo.com. Anyone that's interested in doing a fan review, thehorrorshow666@yahoo.com is how you get a hold of me, and we can arrange it. It's going to be starting to happen very soon. And Chase, if you're so adamant, let's have you do some horror book reviews for us.
Yeah.
Put your money where your mouth is, son.
Well, he was asking us to do it because he was saying it's so hard to find things.
Well, but that means to me that he's read a lot.
Okay, well then,
So-
fuck it. All right, Chase.
But if not, maybe I'll find something and challenge him to go out, get it, and review it for us.
There you go.
You know?
Okay. Rubber Soul, I'm all about this, okay? Can we get a 20-minute segment where Susie teaches the talent of using the word fuck in many different ways?
I think Susie's fuck segment is a good idea.
I'm all about this.
Alright,
Did you
Susie's fuck segment.
Susie's fuck segment.
She teaches the many ways to use the word. Alright, what else do we got?
What else do we got?
What else do you guys want to see, horror coverage-wise?
Yeah, come on.
There's top 10 lists, top
Live
5
stream
lists,
seances?
live stream seance.
You got quiet.
Susie's not a fan of that.
Don't fuck with that.
Susie,
No, I'm not going to be here for that one.
No,
so.
what if we had you conduct it? No, you
Fuck
wouldn't do
you.
that?
What if I bought the candles?
What if I bought the candles?
Offer him the candles.
Oh, okay.
I'll find
That
some
would
really
make all the
nice
difference,
creepy
wouldn't
it?
candles. I'll make it look nice.
Andrew, anything from your end that you think?
I can't think of anything. You kind of got me on the spot. I don't know. I think kind of going back to the original content stuff is always something that I wanted to do. The
Like
shorts,
our shorts, our roller shorts and
that
comedy
kind of
shorts.
stuff. But
We do need to get back to. I've still got like 3 comedy short ideas that we just have yet to fully write and actually film.
Like they're not written yet, or you?
I've got half of the first Rainbow Rules sketch filmed, and then I want to write the next Zed the Zombie Hunter sketch, which is going to involve Andrew once again, even though he dies every single one. And then at the end of both of those, they're going to round the corner and run into each other, and then I'm going to do a crossover between Rainbow and Zed. Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a shared horror show universe, and they're going to work together to vanquish some kind of evil. So I have to write that. That I'm looking forward to doing. It would be fun to do another series, Susie. Actually, that'd be pretty fun.
What's Series Susie?
Oh my god.
Jeez, that's one of our. It's one of our bits where instead of Siri, you can contact Susie on your iPhone in case you have like really horrible shit to handle. Like,
how do you get rid of a body?
how do you get rid of a body? How do you get a carotid artery stain out of your carpet? Like, and it's just like, Susie, how do I do this? And she's like, oh, well, let me tell you. And it's like,
fuck,
Alright, that's an easy one.
and then at the end, Fuego is like this pedophile that's like,
oh my
hey,
God.
Susie, where's the nearest Sheerlands, you know?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm not going to fucking tell you, motherfucker. And then she, like, punches him out of the iPhone. And
Yeah, and
stuff
then
like
kick him in
that.
the balls, but
Kick
you
him in
can
the
see like
balls.
my leg coming out of
Out
the
of the
phone.
phone.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So, I mean, it's some of our most early visual effects, but they're still, they get across the point. So another series, Susie, might be fun.
So real quick, Chase Smith said, I'm a bit like Susie with A24 when it comes to books, so prepare to hate me, Goodreads.
All right, fair enough.
What's that mean?
From the left
It means
coast,
he
Emma
doesn't
Lee.
like very much that he
Yes.
reads, I'm
Emma
guessing.
Hey, we're all about it.
What'd you say, Andrew?
From the left coast says, am I late? Yes, you are late.
Yeah.
Just a bit. Way to single him out, Andrew. Way to single him
Edward
Hey,
D, I'm about
here's
to
what it
bust a
is.
chubby with all the
Appreciate you.
Susie's fuck segment.
out.
Alright.
What?
Jesus.
They want the Susie fuck segment.
Could Dave Grohl show us how to slap at the bass?
Yes.
Dave
Let's
Grohl?
see. Susie's accent is dope as fuck. From the left coast says "fuck my life."
I like the
no filter Susie accent. Oh shit!
Yeah, the no
Oh,
filter.
shit.
Susie.
Go ahead, Susie.
Is it not?
Say the
No
rain
filter.
in Spain falls mainly on the fuck you.
There you go. That is
Yeah,
what you would
but
say.
yourself?
Yeah,
I don't know.
okay, good enough.
That's what
Good
that
enough,
translates
but-
to.
Oh no.
So,
Okay, so more ideas?
okay, yeah, what are more ideas?
Well, there
Let
was
it
the
rain.
Rugmore thing.
Okay,
Talk
yeah, we got
about.
the Room Org review we gotta do. Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Okay, the Smasher Pass.
Smasher
We
Pass.
said.
I wish there was a way to get Rick and Morty on the channel, because Rubber Soul just said, "Where are my testicles, Summer?"
Yeah, well, see, I had to convince Rubber Soul to give that show another try.
Did he?
Yeah.
And did he
What?
appreciate
I
it?
think
Now
he
that
liked
he's quoting
God,
it
it's
in
so
chat.
good.
Oh.
Susie, did you watch the first episode of season 3 that they
I
dropped?
did.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Dude, it was
Okay,
really good.
It
who
was
in
so
the
good.
fuck doesn't like Rick and... I'm sorry, Rick
Yeah.
Sanchez is my fucking spirit animal. P.S.
You saw it comes back July 30th, right?
Yes, okay, but who
Can we
doesn't
do a horror
like that
show?
show?
Commentaries and shit on it?
Yes,
like
we
reviews?
can. We'll have one person watching at least.
Alright, yeah. Alright, so I'm definitely gonna do. Alright, so we'll start doing Rick and Morty coverage, you
For
guys.
you,
Because
Rubber Soul.
they parody a
For
hell of a lot
you.
of horror movies. They did
Oh, yeah.
Nightmare on Elm Street way early on. They
Yeah.
did Jurassic Park.
did a
They did the
crossover
best parody of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Prometheus.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Whole
god,
big
Scary
thing.
Terry. Scary
Alien. They did a
They
promotion.
did the
Yeah,
Alien
Prometheus.
Prometheus
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
Rubber-
absolutely. Fuck it, it counts. We're doing Rick and Morty from here on
Rubber
out.
More is
Soul said,
happening.
now I can't stop.
Oh, good,
Good.
good. Yeah,
Good, damn it.
good. Alright, we're gonna have to start. Okay, so fucking. Here we go with the Rick and Morty commentary on the horror show,
Zachary
because that
Hayes.
shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
1-800 Suze DGAF.
You have a lot of fans on there, don't you?
Yeah, clearly.
They have a lot of people that
It's a
watch
shame
us
she's not
a lot.
around to give them their due all the
Go
time.
fuck yourself.
Mhm.
Hey, absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Oh,
That's-
yeah, good.
oh,
Keep
that's
telling
her
yourself
plan.
that.
Of the fox I get.
Keep telling yourself that. Alright, so what else?
Listen to that
Anything else?
authentic laugh right there. That was.
Okay,
Unbelievable.
so let's see.
I mean, it was awesome.
It's awesome.
What it was.
It says, Susie, if you twerk, I will start watching Rick and Morty. That's not fair.
That's
She's not a piece of meat, Tony. You
Yeah,
fuckstick.
Tony, you've been doing this the whole time. I've
Bad
been
Tony.
watching you.
Bad Tony.
You didn't ask any of us to do it.
Yeah, what the
Yeah.
hell, man?
I'll
These
fucking get
people-
up and twerk.
And
my
I've been,
shit
and
out.
I've been taking classes, bro.
We've even had Table Cat 2 on
Something
there
tells
the
me
entire
you're lying.
time, and you guys haven't said shit about Table Cat 2. That's offensive.
Oh, I think everybody's phone's about to go nuts. We got a dust warning here in Arizona.
Oh no.
No, not
You get the
another dust warning.
Alright, so guys, we have a lot
Just
of
dust.
different things. I like Mystery Slaughter Theater. How would we do that?
Well, like he said, a buddy of mine tried to do this years ago in New York, where we try to do our own little commentary.
Yeah.
We record the audio, and then put it online for people to like download and just say, "All right, we're going to start the movie now."
Right, and they just
and then
watch
they
with
watch
both.
like
Mhm.
watch it and then they listen.
You can, I think you can time code it too.
That's
Or-
about the only way we'll be able to get away with it.
Yeah, because you definitely can't like post the movie.
My phone died.
Well, that's
Oh,
brutal.
cool. Will you grab me the
What is that?
the black
What?
box right there with the white cord hanging
Oh.
out of it? Thank you.
So I don't kill myself when I'm driving and I need directions. I have a little
Dude,
clip
everyone
in my car,
Oh, that's
and I just hang it up. And then if I'm out somewhere and I want to hold it, I can just go like this and not have to worry about it.
And my portable
or if
charger
you
is
really
now
want to
plugged
slap
in.
the shit out of someone really
Susie,
Yeah.
you need to invest in one of these. That's what
I actually do have one of those
Yeah, these things are fucking badass.
at home.
I just
Which doesn't
passed
help me.
10% right now, otherwise I'd give you mine.
Now he's going to hundo.
Alright,
Charge
so
my
what
phone.
else, guys? What else? What's another good horror themed? I mean, there's so much.
There's a lot.
While you're doing that, I'm gonna go plug in my
I'm
phone.
already trying to think about
What if
Halloween.
what if we did? Well, we're almost. We got 10 minutes left.
What? They want to see the booty.
Oh, were you gonna twerk for
Were you
it right now?
No, I was gonna go plug in my phone.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Alright,
she
go ahead.
walks away.
So
Actually,
should we do like? Oh, shit, I forgot what I was gonna say.
give them what they want.
Give the people what they want.
I think maybe let's do the horror show writes a horror movie, where we fucking just all brainstorm
fucking-
an entire
Oh,
horror
that would be
movie.
fun.
Well,
Like
like,
sitting around and
could
like,
you-
hey, what would be a good
Yeah.
like
Main character,
theme,
antagonist, like let's come up with our own horror show fucking big bad.
Could you mash that into the improv game?
I mean, it could
I don't.
be-
I think let's separate them.
No.
Like maybe we could do episode 1 would be the thing, and then maybe episode 2 would be us acting out that
like
thing.
like reading, a
Oh,
live reading.
shit.
See, there
A
you go.
live
Then we,
reading.
yeah. Okay, so the horror show writes a horror movie. I like that.
I see more comments coming up, but I'm not getting.
Oh, no.
My chat is not live.
My chat is not live.
Oh, there's Lord. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Rubber Soul says, "Can I do an apologist review of The Witch?" Yes. I will give you permission to do that because so far Fuego's the only one that agrees with you on that shit. So go for
I
it.
probably would. Did he like it?
I'm guessing he did.
I love that movie.
Oh,
Man.
fuck
So-
you. That movie sucks balls.
So
No.
is he. What a coincidence.
Rift has done that with
No.
mainstream films, and they would never have been able to do the rights. So, okay, so, well, but it's something we don't want to get embroiled with, especially with 2 strikes on the channel, Chase. We just don't want to risk it. Susie, do you know tarot?
The cards, reading cards, yeah.
You know how to?
Yes.
Would you do it on the channel?
After the seance?
No, separate.
No. Like, okay, so how would you do that? Because
You can
need
FaceTime
well,
with
you
someone.
could
That's what I'm saying.
do live tarot reads of us. We could
Oh.
just take turns and just do across the table. I don't want to. I think Susie live tarot reads is a good idea.
Ooh.
I think Susie
That's a
live
good
tarot
idea.
reads is a good idea.
You gonna tarot
Do you have tarot cards?
do I have this guy? I got like 5
Do
fucking
you?
sets.
I'm like, I don't, dude.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. Shit. Is it like chess for witches? Like, do you just have a bunch of sets? Like, I don't know. How does that work?
You always have your ones you take on the road.
I have like 5 sets.
Yeah, okay, so it is like chess.
Yeah.
You're like a
So,
chess
look.
nerd for witches. You don't call yourself that, though.
What?
You don't call yourself that.
Not in public.
Okay. Well, but you've done it on the channel a number
Well,
of
yes,
times.
I know, but working in Scottsdale,
Oh.
doing my job, I can't really.
They don't like
You notice I don't really wear my necklace anymore.
Ms. Bond wants to says, "Can I do the Saw series?" Ms. Bond, we're actually gonna do the Saw series leading up to the movie. So, if you want, we could try and work out how to work you into them somehow.
Work out how you.
Because I know you've been talking about it for a while. So, if you want, you can. We can do our reviews, and then you can send your supplemental thoughts,
What's
kind of like
this?
how we were talking about
The Saw?
the Saw movie,
So,
Yeah, you said leading up to the...
the new movie,
There's a new Saw movie coming out.
Jigsaw. Yeah.
Oh, wow, I
Halloween.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are really just jerking that fucking franchise.
No way! It's been like 5 years since they got
Really?
a Saw
I don't
movie.
know.
Yeah.
It feels like it was yesterday. after
No
the
way,
Saw.
man. No, it's been a while. It's been a while. Rubber Soul says, "I have tarot root."
Will Rube said,
Mark, Mark.
I would kill someone to see Andrew remake Teen Wolf.
Tony Robinson says, "I would love to see Susie play a fortune teller in a horror movie."
Always being typecast, Susie.
No, that would work.
It's
I
the
can see that.
eyebrows.
I
Okay.
want to see her.
Headbands.
I want to see her play the preacher's wife
It's the headband.
in a horror
Let's
movie.
see. Okay. All right. So, guys, we've got probably enough time for. Let's
Two
see. I know we
ideas.
got hung up. So.
2 ideas.
Jeez, did this thing die?
Yeah, everything's dead.
Shit.
Is it the dust?
Scheiße, mein Scheiße.
All right, what is it? What do they call it? The round with the very end.
Lightning round.
round. All right,
Lightning
let's
round.
go. Come on.
Lightning round ideas for horror show.
Let's go.
Frightening
Ideas.
round.
10 minutes left. We'll give you
Frightening
10 more
round.
minutes.
It's the
It's
frightening
the
round.
frightening round.
It's the
Yay.
frightening round. Fucking nice. Nice.
Noise. All right,
Noise.
guys, ideas only. Just fucking spat them out.
Married to a monster with Marsha.
Married to a
Aw.
monster with Marsha. So, you know what?
That's the first thing that popped up. I'm just reading chat.
It gave me another idea, but I can't say it out loud, so I'm gonna write it down instead.
Okay. How about we do Table Cat Tells All and she reads the cards?
She reads the tarot cards.
Yeah, Table Cat
You
Tells
do
All.
her voice. We'll
Yes.
dress her up, and it's just your voice coming through the cat.
Oh, it does not look good for you.
Okay. Let's see. All right, here we go. We've got some other people. And her hubby. Yeah, Marsha and her hubby talking about stuff. Let's see. Scooby-Doo. How to take care of demon children. That would be a Susie territory.
Oh shit.
How
I'm
to
still
take care
trying
of
to figure it
demon
out.
I don't know shit about kids, so I couldn't help.
I don't have kids.
Well, but think about it from a comedy perspective. How to take care of demon children. What if
Oh
we
yeah.
made it seem like the child was actually like walking on the like crawling on the ceiling
Oh,
and
that'd
shit
be
like
so
that.
good.
Because we did that seance.
How to take care
Night.
Should we call it How to Care for Your Antichrist?
Oh my god.
Caring for the Antichrist?
Your
I don't
baby's
know.
the Antichrist.
Someone think of a name, quick.
Antichrist babysitter?
That's
Shit, that's a separate idea.
It's like Jesus Christ Superstar, Antichrist Babysitter.
Alright, I'm gonna write down both. How to take care of a demon baby and Antichrist babysitter. Because one of them would be a knowing mom explaining how to do it, and then one would be a babysitter being terrorized like fucking...
Adventures in Exorcism.
There you go.
You know that little short that was made about all the famous horror icons in preschool together? Have you seen that short?
Oh, no.
Muppet Babies?
You have no. It's real children, but like one of them has like a Jason mask on, but they're all in preschool, and they all like There's the girl from The Exorcist, and she's like throwing up everywhere, but it's like in a happy daycare atmosphere, and the daycare
Muppet
person.
Babies.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, but they all one like has the machete, and it's like. The whole daycare, the room has like suns and stuff like that. They're like happy, but all the kids are in there and shit. I'm gonna have to look it up. It's funny.
Horror cosplay.
Horror cosplay. One horror cosplay build every month. That's actually a pretty good idea.
I say we do
Yeah.
that on like a wheel,
That.
where we just put all of our names on.
I don't know that we could commit to
spin the
doing
wheel.
it. I don't know that we could commit to doing it
I've
monthly.
never designed it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I have no
Well,
idea
but
what I'd be doing.
Brittany's pretty good about that. Yeah, and the person that helped me sew the whole twisty costume is no longer a regular, so we don't have the seamstress we used to have. But we'll see. Maybe it's something to think about.
We could try it. Like I said, put everybody's name on a wheel, spin the wheel.
Okay, wait.
And that
So
person has
so
a
Will, do you
cosplay.
mean? Well, we could do. Okay, so we could do that, or we could have one person cosplay as a character a whole month long.
That's
Every time
a
on the
big
show.
commitment.
It's a lot of commitment.
That's
Maybe
a
a
big
week.
commitment.
Maybe a week.
Well, what if we showcase? Cosplayers, horror cosplayers.
Rubber Soul said, "So you've spawned an Antichrist?" With a question mark, like a book tutorial. That's great.
Oh, man.
Makeup effects tutorials. I think that goes with the
That's
original.
We've done a couple of horror makeup effects tutorials as well as the horror glam makeup tutorials with Susie. So check those out on the playlists we have. Okay, let's see. Do a horror show calendar to raise funds for the show.
I like it.
That's actually not a bad
That's a
idea.
really good idea.
Horror show
Do
calendar.
you think Larry would help us with that?
All right.
Fuck yeah, are you kidding?
I've seen the word Patreon come up too many times not to at least acknowledge it. Are we doing? Are we not?
We
What's
are.
the deal?
Frankly, guys, I've been waiting to have a time when the whole fucking show is together so we can talk about it. But as you can see, two of the main players are not here today. And usually one of the main players is not here to be able to discuss these
I'm
things.
fucking here right now.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, it's
no,
true.
but there's a lot of details we need to hammer out about what we can do with the Patreon and stuff, and what we can commit to, and what these fuckers are willing to do.
How does
to help
that
me
work,
with.
the whole Patreon?
That's what we need to talk
They
about.
give
That's
you-
what I'm saying, yeah.
You give back.
I forwarded a video to
Yeah.
everyone in the chat, so you can watch a video all about it.
Yeah.
But, okay, so let's see.
What?
Make a horror show beer. Fuego could spearhead that. 'Cause I don't know shit about beer.
I
hate
really
beer.
like the calendar idea.
The calendar ideas too.
A lot of people are
That's
talking
good
about
one.
the calendar idea.
Did I say that? Okay,
Yeah,
horror show
it's
calendar.
there.
So if there's how many of us are there? There's actually like 7 of us active when you include Dirk and Marcia and Fuego.
We need less months then.
Well, no, then we could do like a group thing, like us
Oh,
camping, and then there's
okay.
like a killer.
That's
music behind
Yeah,
us.
that's what I was thinking. It doesn't have to
It'd be
be
like
all of us
yeah.
every month.
Well, yeah, 1 month. We each should claim a month,
November.
and then we'll group up for the rest.
Birthday months. We'll
Yeah.
take
Yeah,
January.
birthday months would be good. Yeah, I'll take September.
Do you have January?
Yeah, of course I got a January.
I'll do it with you.
Still be
Alright.
first.
Alright.
Okay, horror show calendar isn't a bad idea. We have access to some good
The
photographers.
cats get a month too.
The cats get a month.
What the fuck do we do with that? Like sell it? Like what do you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I guess you gotta
Are
sell
you kidding?
it.
But we gotta
Would
make
you guys
it worth
buy
it. You know, titties, guys.
I'll give them
Trying to
all that
lose
they can
mine.
handle.
Alright, tier rewards and that shit. That's the next live stream. Figure out the tier rewards for the Patreon. That's actually not a bad idea.
All right.
Patreon discussion for our next live stream. That's actually, okay, so if you guys want, go ahead and do your research for us. So you can
What would
jump
you
in
want
with
us to
all
do?
the knowledge. Yeah.
Like, let be realistic about it, please. Like,
Again,
honestly,
it's like,
we
you
are.
get videos. I know, like.
Well, no,
Well, we
sometimes.
produce enough content to give people access to videos
Well, a
that the
lot of
regular channel
times-
doesn't get access to.
Because
Yeah.
I have a lot of model friends that have Patreons, and whether it's whatever how much they donate, you give a photograph, or sometimes if they donate a lot, you have dinner with them, or
What?
yeah,
Or you just fuck them.
or fuck them,
Damn. So I
That's
guess-
pretty common.
Hey guys.
Hey, come here.
How much would you pay for Lou?
Well, not me. I'm just saying, like all of us together.
No, how much would you pay for Lou?
Yeah, no.
Coffee.
We're
How much would you
alright.
pay for Lou?
I
So
think
is that
that's.
another segment?
Can we get an adults-only calendar with Dangle Crank and Cecil's legs, and boobs, of course? I don't know that we. Oh wait, no, it'd be 8 months when we include Brittany too. Am I missing anyone else? Who else has helped on the channel regularly? That's probably
Table
about
Cat.
it. Table Cat. That would be really funny. We should do a month with Table Cats.
Yeah, the
Fuck
cats get a month. We established
Cats
that
get a
long
month.
time ago.
Andrew said.
Zachary Hayes
screamed
says news with boobs.
We should do that.
Wet white worms. Oh my god. Edward D, if you're referring to Brian Callen, you're my hero. But if not, you're not. Aunt Brittany is such a little angel cake. News with boobs starring Britt, Marcia, and Susie.
That's crazy.
Well, news with boobs starring Britt and Marcia.
I got enough ass.
That's true.
Put it
You
raw
guys
on
go.
my ass.
Just put makeup on it.
Put a microphone right in front of your ass. We'll just
Oh,
link
that
it.
is-
We'll put a
it is
wireless.
That'll be on
Put a
the
wireless behind. Like,
That'll be on the Patreon.
There you go.
That'll
That's
be on the Patreon.
You have to
You gotta
pay
pay
for that
for
one.
that shit. Alright.
Don't come free.
Yes!
Hey, man, I just heard Victoria's
Fucking
Secret came out with
yes,
a new
bitch.
bumper.
10-minute podcast all day, all night. Edward D, you just shot to the top of one of my favorite listeners. Fucking white worms! white worms! You're fucking awesome, dude. Fucking, that's so cool.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to introduce Brittany to the 10-minute podcast because we just watched Kristopher just released a new Netflix special where he talks about laying in bed with his significant other. He's like, you're in love when like your first instinct with your woman is to go fucking move.
It's true.
He's like, they shot fucking Mad Max on your side of the bed, and I'm over here and my leg and my dick are hanging off the bed. Why is my dick cold right now? It's so fucking funny. Watch Kristopher's Man
Shot
on
Mad
Fire.
Max on your side of the bed. Oh my
He's
god.
like, they shot fucking Mad Max and Dances with Wolves on your side of the bed. It's fucking ridiculous. Like, it's so, you gotta watch that shit. Kristopher
Oh my
is
God.
hilarious. 10-minute podcast is
Podcast.
hilarious.
So good.
Shout out, Edward. You're my favorite.
He just said Shauna.
Shauna.
Is that funny?
Fucking Shauna's amazing.
Oh,
All right. Okay. I'm spitting at Shauna. One more again.
Oops.
Oops. Fucking, I love the 10-minute podcast. God
Oh
damn
my
it. It is. The first 350 episodes were the best podcast. It sucks since Chris and Brian are gone. Although Brian came back for like a 3-episode stint. Anyway, we're talking about shit Andrew and Lou have.
Huh? What?
Yeah. It was like,
If you guys haven't
Sunday
listened
night
to the fucking
podcast?
10-minute podcast,
You can fuck yourself.
Hey, how about we have a
You say
podcast
something.
next week about the 10-minute podcast?
Dude, I totally fucking
I'm
would.
in.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Oh,
I've never
I'm
seen
sick.
Susie
I'm
laugh
sick
harder
next
than
I
there was like episode number 3 is called Wrestling and Farts, and I've never heard fucking Susie laugh harder. And then when fucking and there's one episode where they're talking about things and Brian. They're like, things you want. And then, like, Brian Callen's like, and bees. Jars full of bees. It's so goddamn funny. And that's in, like, the first 5 episodes of the podcast. It's the funniest goddamn
Oh my
thing.
god.
Who are the two guys on it?
It's Will Sasso from Mad TV, Brian Callen from Mad TV,
Mad TV.
and fucking, he was
Brian
on that
the
Comedy
Kid.
Central Reno 911 monster show, Death Valley. where they were cops that hunted like vampires and werewolves and shit, but it was a comedy. He played the chief.
It's seriously
it's so
good.
funny.
It's so fucking funny.
He played the 40-year-old virgin that knocked up Sarah Marshall and felt super bad about it.
Like I never listened to a podcast, and so when Cecil brought it up to me, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then he played it for me. I was dying.
And then the third guy is Kristopher, who was on Whitney, and then the one that just came on for 3 years. They did the live season with oh my god, I was such a fan of it. It was after Whitney. It was 3 seasons. The last season was live. Oh god! But anyway, it was great. Yeah, Will Sasso from Mad TV. Will Sasso's a national treasure. Death Valley was tight. Sister Mary Eunice. Fucking Sister Mary Eunice. She's the writer, I think. I don't think her name is Eunice. I think Undateable. Thank you. Yes. Fucking thank you, Tony. You're the man. Yeah. Undateable was the one.
Me. No, me.
From Tony.
You see that, Tony? He's trying to take your fucking thunder. Beat his ass.
No, yeah. If you guys haven't listened, 10-minute podcast is absolutely
No, do it. Seriously.
It's so fucking.
If you think
because every podcast is only 10 minutes long, it goes so fast.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, it's kind of short.
Oh, but it's so good, dude. It's so good.
It goes by so quickly because you're laughing so fucking.
And they even
hard.
say in the first episode, they're like, yeah, it's 10 minutes because, if it sucks, hey, it's only 10 minutes. But anyway, off topic, did you like A Dark Song? We did a review of it, Will, on the channel, and I loved it. We saw it at the Phoenix Film Festival, part of the International Horror and Sci-Fi Film Festival branch of it, and it was fucking amazing. So that ending was so good. Okay, so Edward D says, I have 1 to 100 and it's 16 hours of delicious hilariousness. Dude, you need to get the next 250 after that because it only gets better.
Wait,
there's so much Shauna.
Oh,
no, they've done
dolphins and
so
shit?
many. No, dolphin with a handgun.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny. So fucking funny.
Oh my god, I didn't know this, but just hearing the titles.
The titles are amazing,
Oh
dude.
my god,
I just had Brittany listen to one where it was like where Chris was mad because he mentions it in his new special. He's like, so if my friend has a kid, like he should still love me more because he's known me way longer, right? Like that kind of thing. And so like they did a whole podcast episode where Brian was talking about how much he loves his 3 and 6-year-old kid, and Chris is like, well, you've known me for longer. It's like you've known me for like 8 years. So and Brian's like, Are you fucking trying to say I should love you more than my own fucking kids? He's like, let me tell you, I love my kids fucking way more than I fucking love you. Like, it's so funny, dude. Oh, that shit's so good.
It's okay.
We are the dolphin handgun. Yeah, fucking, that shit's so good. So, all right, guys. I think we've gone off on a tangent. We love 10-minute podcasts so much.
And at the end of it, love 10-minute podcasts.
Let us know what you guys enjoyed about this podcast in the comments. Share it around if you guys don't mind. We're trying to grow our base even more. We're approaching 11,100 people, so we crossed 11,000, and this is a lot of fun. This was actually more fun than I thought it would be, and I got a shit ton of ideas here.
Yeah.
Literally, like a ton of ideas that I can't even turn around. So many. So thank you guys very much for your contributions.
Contribution. Or
We
input.
appreciate that. Your contribution.
Your input to our
Yeah, your input, exactly. We appreciate it. We appreciate you guys coming back for the live stream every Sunday. Thank you very much. We'll be back with all of our regular episodes. And again, stay tuned for Tuesday, where I'm going to drop 2 bad trailers. And then in the middle of the day, I'm going to drop our vlog number 8, where I talk about the upcoming schedule and what we plan to do regarding all the trailer reactions, because we just do so fucking many at this point. So thank you guys very much for watching. We appreciate it. Also, subscribe to the Horror Show Podcast on iTunes if you haven't yet. Search the Horror Show Podcast. You should see our very familiar logo pop up. Rate and review us on iTunes if you guys wouldn't mind. It will only help the channel grow even more. So we only get probably about 250 to 500 podcast downloads every episode, so we could definitely grow that base. So
keep sharing our shit.
Yeah, share it out, y'all. Thank you guys very much. We really appreciate our loyal viewers. We appreciate our commenters and our contributors. So
yeah, and be sure
somebody
to
says Gamefly.
Gamefly.
I don't know why they're saying Gamefly.
So anyway, for
right.
the things that we discussed in older episodes that you guys may not have seen, be sure to check those out as well. because they're fucking hilarious. I mean, and also not only that, they are really, it's our base. Like what we started out from.
It is. You'll see our first female co-host that joined on with Susie in there, Morgan. There'll be a bunch of that, but we did a lot of horror comedy bits that you guys should really see. We had a lot of fun with that. So
yeah, and if there's things that you think we should bring back.
Yeah, and check our playlists, you guys. There are tons of different things. You can go to our horror comedy sketches and everything. So what's that?
That was a 10-minute podcast for
Oh, okay.
the game plan.
Oh yeah,
Game
Fly! That's right.
Okay, fuck. Shit, that's right. That's great. Fucking goddamn it. See, and all you needed to say was that it was a game and there was a fucking podcast reference and I fucking launch into it. That's amazing. Fuck, now I gotta go listen to all
You made
350.
Edward D's day.
That's
I'm
so
sure
amazing.
he's
Dude,
gonna
fucking
roll.
Edward D, message
Fuck
me on
yeah.
Facebook, man. Let's fucking commiserate about 10 Min Pod. Don't fucking say 10 Min Pod. I
10
fucking hate 10 Min Pod.
Oh shit.
Okay. I personally love Everybody's Dad. Everybody's Dad is fucking amazing.
Oh my god, this could go on for
Hey, watch it! Watch it! And he smacks everyone. Oh, god damn, it's so funny.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you guys for watching. We love you. Especially you, Edward, this time. but thank you guys all. Until next time, remember, stay scared.
Here comes the best part. Marcy's not here to press the button. Who's gonna press the button?
I'm doing it!
Oh, Cecil's gonna press the button.
I'm doing it!
We got Scotch tape.
I'm doing it!
Mess it up. Mess it up.